We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the set. 57. Bring it. Bring it. 6-6. Pull it high. Check three. Check three. Check three.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Ready?
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
They'll run with Barkley, and this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. Then on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Prescott on 1st down. That one complete to Elliott. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. It doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
First down, Prescott. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now for Manning. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, Golden Tate. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coach. Golden Tate's gonna go! A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. From the gun, it's Madden. And that is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the kick by Rosas is good. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Here's Prescott, and the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to look at the screen soon.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Antoine Bethea, the leading tackler among NFL safeties last year, and on the tackle again there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
39 yards there, a big one. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 29, Madden under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He's going to let one fly for Tate, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big striking?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Manning now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
And now here come the Cowboys. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A first down carry for Barkley. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
The Giants on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now Saquon Barkley, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. Rosa's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
Final play of the half. Prescott. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 33 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Working from the gun, Manning. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They go play action here on 1st down. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 33 yards that time.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Squeeze, double.
Single, slop. Hey, you're ready.
Now Prescott, a spin. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Marr now to add the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Manning. And he finds a man with a crossing route. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And this is Latimer, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Prescott now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught at the 20. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys...
Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Rush in, rush in. We're going to 54, wide in. Check, crunch, crunch. Here we go, going to 54, going to 26.
On second down, Elliott. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
But that kind of loss of yards, that is usually an error by the guy carrying the ball. At the 1-yard line, you can't get too fancy there. You just got to try and plow.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alec Ogletree leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out.
And he's going to go down again. Lorenzo Carter picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on second and goal, a sack on third and goal. Now brings up a decision on fourth down.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Manning turns and gives this to Gallman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, Delta.
Operating from the gun. Manning. And Latimer's got it. That one goes for 24 yards. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. This is Gallman. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready, ready. 8, read.
Back to throw. Manning finds his tight end Ingram. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got room. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there. Making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And it's caught. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Penny, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Next, the score, Giants 30, Cowboys 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Cowboys take over first down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Where they go? 2. We're going to 53. Check me out. Please,
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. This one caught left side by Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Michael Thomas. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Line of scrimmage back at their own 3 now as they come up 2nd and long. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Giants, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough...
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Hey,
Foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, boy.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot, ayy. Man, can't ball like this, man, Lord, pass. When these no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she wanted like. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex. She like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
S-T-R-O.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go. Here we go, son.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Yeah. You don't want none.
Off of play action, Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 33 and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Hey, Zoo.
Darnold now to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And the Jets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Elijah McGuire with it, the third-year man from Louisiana. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Right there.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Darnold, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
We're going to 54. 26.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. It's caught right side. It turns. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Cowboy first down.
Mike 5-4. Hey, they scared. Slam.
We're going to 54.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
26.
First down, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Watch the slap.
26.
Prescott from the gun. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Check right. Watch it, 5. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Check 31.
We're going to 53. 26.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And his first carry, he loses the football. Prescott stripped, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
Come on, let's go. Jim. Here we go, 46. Hey, kill. 47. Check three.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
We're outside.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
We're outside. 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
To throw is Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie, and that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Cut. He's coming.
To throw is Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the pass complete to Enunwa. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. A play fake, and it's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over them. And got his man complete. It's a gain of 34. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now Darnold. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack on first down, Darnold. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place.
And this is caught, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, his second touchdown on the season, and the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro, and this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Second down, Prescott. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards, the pickup there. Prescott on first down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before the break. Darnold is brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So we come upon halftime, and what's and just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Prescott now dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On play action, Prescott lets it fly deep for Cobb. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey. You go, young lady. Young lady. Here we go. Hey, son.
Darnold from the gun. Letting one go deep for a noon one. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
57.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. Witten brushes him aside. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Oh, Prescott stripped. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Check. Here we go, 46. 53. Here we go. Here we go. Under. Switch.
Throwing. Prescott. Now he'll escape to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. 9 yards on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They run. Montgomery. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Mike, you're outside. 5-4. Mike, 5-4. Let's go, let's go.
Back to throw, Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
It's now 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, Alpha.
Here's Darnold. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Here's Darnold. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And Catanzero's kick is right through, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. They'll run on 1st down. Weber And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
I got him. Here we go, 47.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And an alley to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go, go right in. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, line in. Here we go, go to 54, line in.
Here's Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now Now it's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. A third down run with McGuire. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Now this is incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Pollard. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st down, Dallas.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Check, check. Walk to the door. Walk to the door. I got you. Pop. 49. Check. Hey, kill. Gun. Mike 54. Mike 50.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. To throw is Prescott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session. They'll be saying, hey, run that one back, Coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that
2
again.
more times.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Your trip is here, baby.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it with Pollard. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Cowboys, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad, need presto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your door and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers.